Hello and welcome all into the MO podcast. As always, you're here with me, Consummation San.
And me, Atreya.
And today we are continuing on our theme of having a guest on, and we have got the lovely Kat on again.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good. I believe you're going to be talking about some weird stuff again.
Norwegian folklore creatures. Yes.
Yeah. Kelpies, was it?
No, they're not galleries.
Get over the goddamn Kelpies.
Okay, fine. One's called Newton, and the other's called Flimbergen, apparently. I tried to pronounce it.
You didn't try at all. We're going to be cancelled. You didn't even remotely try.
I mean, the first one you tried, and the other one you did something
I
with.
forgot, I'll be honest with you. Does it even begin with an F?
Yeah, it's Fossegrimmen.
Fussigrumen. See? There you go. I almost got it
You
right.
sound like that guy in the Hut off Frozen. Big summer blowout.
Do. Swedish chef.
Look, that's all. I base everything north of Newcastle on the Swedish Chef. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, these creatures are kind of Scandinavian and a lot into Europe, like variations of them. So I don't know what they say in Sweden.
Okay, fine. So, right, I'll just let you explain what, who, why, where, about them. Off you go.
Well, so Nøkken and Fossegrimmen is two Norwegian folklore creatures that are both related to fresh water, and it's said that they are brothers. But one are a bit nicer and kinder than the others. Because one likes to drown someone once a year, and the other might teach you to play an instrument.
Well, so one's actually really nice, and the other's just a total dick.
Yeah, unless you try to fool him, which I'll get to that part. Then he isn't quite that nice.
Oh, so they're both
But
pricks, really? You just try to dress it up.
Well, one is just if you mean to him, or don't do as he says.
Okay. Oh, don't do as he says. Oh, so he's controlling. Toxic. All I'm going to say.
Well, they have... both of them play fiddles.
Here we go. Here we go.
Because in Norwegian literature, in the 1800s especially, it's a special literature period where we took like the folklore creatures, everything we had, and it was like, we're gonna write everything about them. And as that was a time we were like very nationalistic, we put everything into like Norwegian stuff, and the fiddle is a staple Norwegian instrument.
I think it's the only Norwegian instrument that you had at the time, because everything you kind of come on with is like he was fiddling with her and he taught him to fiddle. I mean, either that or you guys love double entendres.
But it isn't called that in Norwegian, so it's like it's you guys that love double entendres when it comes to Vikings, it seems.
You know what? I reckon it's a Norwegian thing. I reckon one of your writers in the 800s came to England and he went. Then he went back to Norway and went. You know what they do? They call this a fiddle. We can have so much fun with that. We'll just do everything with the fiddle, and when they translate it, they'll think.
Kids in school will be giggling for years.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you seem to be a country, or well, a handful of jokesters.
I mean, that's true. We are a bit weird, and we have a sense of humour that's kind of weird. Because these are stories that we kind of still tell children to keep them away from fresh water.
Unless they really want to play the fiddle.
Like ponds and rivers. And no, he lives behind waterfalls. And you have to...
Oh, so they've got to attempt to drown before they actually can learn to play the fiddle.
Well, yeah, that and there's a lot of other things they have to do. But I can talk.
So it's like Tagishi's Castle, whatever it is. You've
Who's
got like
Takeshi's Castle?
you've got an obstacle course to do before, like, he's nice to
Or the
you.
Crystal Maze.
Well, do you want me to talk about him first?
Yeah, go on, whatever. Yes, talk about him.
So, Fossgrimmen, he lives behind waterfalls because Foss is waterfall in Norwegian. So that's his name, like Waterfall Grim, if you want to have it on
Keep
English.
it simple.
Yeah. And he can change into a lot of different things. Like, he can change into a horse, or like things around the water to kind of blend in during the day, so no one knows he's there. Though a horse near a waterfall might be a bit weird when I think about it.
Yeah. Are you sure that's not a seahorse that he changes
Which is
into?
a massive one by the waterfall. That's even more suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just a seahorse that should belong in the sea in a freshwater place by a waterfall, 100 times bigger than I'm supposed to be.
Oh, no, but you can hear him at night playing his fiddle behind the waterfall, which is kind of when it's a quiet night. He could kind of lure people in without meaning to, because he's the nice one. So he doesn't really mean to, but they have these enchanting fiddles. So they're like, people will flock around him and like sit there and listen to it until he's done. And that's kind of when you know he's there, so you can pinpoint which waterfall to look for him, kind of thing.
So surely if he didn't mean to do it, he wouldn't be using his enchanted fiddle, he'd just be using his normal one.
He doesn't have a normal one. He just have the enchanted one.
Yeah, but even if he had a normal one, it's still loud.
What, has he got an amp? Have you heard a waterfall, how loud it
Well,
is?
yeah, but I've also heard a fiddle, and that's pretty loud.
Yeah.
Has he got some Foo Fighters set up? Like,
I mean,
no.
he does kind of live in a cave behind a waterfall. So
Very
we can, yeah, if we want to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the acoustics are great in here. Can't wait to play the
It's
fiddle.
like, I bet he sings in
I'll
the...
just hook it up
He
to
probably
me amp.
sings in the shower as well in the cave. Everyone sounds better in the shower, right?
Yeah. But when you find out where he is, you can get him to teach you to play the fiddle, and you'll get really, really good at it. Like, very, very good. So a lot of people thought you'd done things through him if you were really good at certain instruments.
So they can't just be happy for somebody for training for years and years to get good.
No.
Okay.
And the way you...
If you get that good, right, with the fiddle, name me a famous fiddlist, then.
Fiddlist.
From the 1800s.
Yeah, go on.
I'm sorry.
They must, well, if he teaches them to be brilliant, they must have been, like, rocking the charts and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really listen to a lot of fiddle music. But you do have Alexander Rybak, the Norwegian dude from Melody Grand Prix.
Take your word for it.
I'm in love with a fairy tale. He plays the fiddle.
Was he taught by Jurgen Blurgen?
No, we don't really believe that anymore. But there are some conspiracy theories that I'm going to talk about later, which was music people from the 1800s that they believed that he had helped.
Love it.
Oh my god. That guy from Yellow Card that plays the electric violin. That's a fiddle, it's just an electric one. Oh my god, he cheated.
Yeah, but to cheat, like to get him to teach you, you have to do a thing.
Ah, yeah.
Well, a very specific thing. On a
Here we go.
Thursday night,
Here we go.
you have to, and this is where I got angry at the English language. Because the two things I'm going to say, you guys don't have words for. And it's annoying.
Okay. Seems
weird,
like...
because we've literally got like 20 different words for the word cock, but we haven't got words for staple things, which I'm assuming is what you're going to say.
Yeah, but I mean, these are things that's pretty... Like, one of them a Norwegian way of cooking a lamb, like thigh. So basically, you have to go in to a person's... this was the thing, yeah. We call it a stubber. which is where you would keep food. Like you have this house.
A pantry,
Pantry.
yeah.
No, it's not a pantry. It's its own little building that's put up on like tall stilts, kinda,
Oh.
so that other animals can't get into it.
Oh, okay.
So it's put up. It's a weird looking house kind of thing.
Okay.
And it has like, so people can't easily break into your food chamber kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys don't have that.
Food chamber, love it.
We just have
We're
fridges.
just like,
Yeah.
yes, sad. But you had to go. You had to go to your neighbor and go into this stubborn, sneak in.
So he's teaching you to thieve.
Yeah. So you have to do that, and you have
Alright.
to pick the biggest fenalrod, which is something you don't do. It's a special way to cook a lamb's leg. Like it takes days to like make it.
Oh.
So someone has put a lot of work into this,
Okay.
and you have to steal it.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it has,
That's just mean.
yeah, and it has to be the best one in the like building.
How would he know?
Oh, he knows.
Yeah, you could just tell him.
Then why don't he go and get him?
I have a dog and bark yourself, Ant.
No, he can't leave. He's kind of waterbound.
Okay. Right. Well. Yeah.
So you bring him this leg of sheep, and if it's good enough for him, he'll give you his fiddle, and you like.
I was gonna say. I thought he only had the one enchanted fiddle, and he couldn't play
He's
a
got a
normal one.
stash?
He only have that. He can play. No, he only have one, but he gives you the fiddle, and the fiddle starts playing. Like you don't start playing. The fiddle, the enchanted fiddle, starts moving your hands and stuff to teach you the movements.
Sounds
And
legit.
then you remember.
Yeah. And then you just get taught it by the fiddle, and not technically by him. So why he needs to have food for it is kind of just borrow his fiddle.
I mean, yeah, it's a little payment.
But if you haven't given him the best sheep sleigh, he'll still give you the fiddle. But the fiddle will play so fast and make you dance around until you bleed and die.
Wow.
Well.
So you don't really want to mess with him.
Wow, that took a turn.
I feel like it would have been more. It would have been a better thing for him to make you think that the fiddle had taught you like how to play like a maestro. Like you think you're fucking Beethoven the second, and then you go up in a concert hall and you just play like, you know, a 7-year-old at school in the assembly hall that's just that second had a violin put in their hands. You know, in front of all those people. I would find that more mortifying than dancing around and bleeding to death.
It's very funny that you should mention Beethoven,
Oh, here we go.
because he's one of the people that a lot of Norwegian people in the 1800s believed had made a deal with him.
He was Austrian. Oh, what?
Yeah, that you have the same. Do you remember what I started this off with? That
Okay,
this is
yes,
creatures
okay.
that's kind of around Europe, like northern Europe, mid-Europe.
So he's not actually like he's like a creature. He's like a species rather than a one-man band. I mean, one-man band, no pun intended. But he's a species. So there's more of him, kind of thing.
Yeah,
He's more
kind
like
of.
him.
But they also believe that he can, like, he moves around. He isn't just in one place. Like, he can kind of use the water to get around. So they kind of believe it is the same creature. Like, every place, and it's the same person.
That'll be why
It's
there's
just-
no
But that he
good
moves.
classical people come out of America. There's no waterfalls there, is there?
Yeah, yeah, but
No
he couldn't
water.
couldn't cross the sea. So he's kind of stuck to mainland Europe either way.
Sucks to be him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Never
mean,
get to Disneyland.
he can't go and steal the best leg of lamb, but he can travel to Austria. So
As long as there were water there. Like, you don't flood your, like, food chamber with water, do you?
No, and if
Fair
you'd
enough.
have to get the
I'm
leg
not-
of lamb past the waterfall as well, so it'd be soggy by the time it got to him. Like, that's gross.
Yeah.
He can't be that picky, really.
fine.
But he's much nicer than his brother, even though he does occasionally kill people.
But
Because Nukin is very much like a Kelpie. He likes droning people, basically.
right, so and for those that don't know, I've forgotten what a kelpie is. Is it a cow?
It's a fucking seahorse. It's a horse.
Seahorse. That's the. I didn't mean like a cow. Like
Or just a cow in the middle of the river. Like, don't mind me, just chilling.
Just a water cow.
Just chilling. You can come near me. I'm not going to drown you. I'm just a cow in the water. That's all. Nothing to it here. Move on.
Like, the whole point of it being a horse is so children will climb up on it. And I don't think they climb a cow.
I may have got confused with another
You see
thing.
kids on farms with saddling cows and just galloping around the field. Yeah, same thing, innit?
Look, we had no money when I was growing up. I really loved horse riding. They told me it was a horse for 6 years. Even though it mooed. Couldn't jump over fences. Could milk it though, God.
I mean, horse milk is also a thing, so like...
Oh God! Don't tell Ant to milk a horse. God knows how that's going to turn out.
I almost smacked me bear then with the mental image that appeared in my head. Jesus, I'm not Catherine the Great. God in heaven.
It would be the best hand job it's ever had, though.
So, Neckin is a Kelpie, which, as we all know, is a
No,
war
he
horse.
isn't a Kelpie.
Okay.
He's kind of like a Kelpie, because he can also turn into a horse, but he can also turn into things around the river, like his brother.
Like a trout.
And, what?
Like a trout.
Yeah, but he can also be a stick on the river. Like, he can be anything that is in the river. He just changed it.
You Norse people have got some imagination. I mean, this won't get past the first read. Their set of publishers, they'd be like, "What is stick? What is stick? What?"
He turned into a stick.
But it's to keep an eye on what's happening around the pond or river he's in. He'll just sit there in the surface.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but sticks do not have eyes.
You know he's got to compete with Love Island, right? He's got no chance.
Just wait, because he can also turn into a giant face in the water.
Of course.
Well, because that's totally blended in.
That wouldn't freak you out when you're doing a bomb. Watch this, guys. Ah! Goes straight into his
You
mouth.
like walk past and go, I need a holiday.
But that was... I don't know why that became a thing. I think it's because you can see, when you look into the water, you get these morphing reflections and stuff. And I think someone just thought that was him.
As opposed to they really needed a holiday. They were like, I need a holiday. I mean, it could be him, but he's normally a stick. So I think it's just that I need a holiday.
Yeah.
But that's just during the day. He can also turn into a very handsome man to lure people to his river or pond.
Well, that's me dead.
Here we go.
Which is also how he turns into a horse, because, as the Kelpie, he'll get children up on his back and go and drown them. And he also have his magic fiddle that can also lure people to get close enough for him to grab them and drag them under.
So he plays a fiddle as well?
Yeah. That's why I say they're brothers, because they have a lot of...
Oh.
they are said in stories to be brothers too. But basically what they have in common is they both change shapes, they both play the fiddle, and they both live in fresh water.
But the bad brother won't teach you to play the fiddle. He'll just...
No, he'll
drown you.
just drown you.
So he'll just turn into a horse and go, hey kids, fancy a ride on my back, and then drown kids. Or he'll go, hey, I'm playing the fiddle, come and listen to my concert, and then I'll drown you. Or he'll go, hey, want to ride at this?
Yeah.
And, girls will go, whoa, that is the biggest horse-sized cock I've ever seen in my life. Sign me up. And then he's like, yeah, so I was drowned.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
basically it.
I would so be dead.
Same.
Same. I mean, wait, what? So what? Not what is so. You said that these are still told today. Is this like kind of a? I just like. Is this like a public safety announcement that you use this as kind of thing?
No, like here in Norway, we haven't really stopped scaring children to not do anything. So we're still doing that. So, like, when I grew up, my grandma and my dad kept telling me that there's people living in the freshwater things. And me being the child I was,
Swam out
who wasn't
there.
really afraid of it, wasn't really afraid of things.
They got scuba gear on.
We just go and look. I wanted to try and find them, because it would be... I was curious.
So when you
Can you, like,
found
talk
them,
to
like,
them?
I'm going to stick that fiddle so far up your ass for the amount of people you've killed.
No, like, that was the worst part of me being a child. I didn't really care that they had murdered people. I was just like, I want to have a talk with them. Like, how are they? Are they nice people? Are they nice to talk to? They must be lonely.
Maybe.
Have you ever thought about being a profiler?
Maybe why that's the reason why they feeling like murderous, because like no one asks how they are, they just ask where they are. Like, you know, they don't.
They don't have phones for the Samaritans.
I mean, if you were living behind a waterfall all by yourself, of course you're going to play a magic fiddle to get people to come in and talk to you. Because that makes sense to me.
I'm going to try it when I'm old.
Just...
I'll probably end up being the crazy old woman that plays the fiddle that no one wants to talk to, but she still keeps fiddling on anyway.
I mean, fiddles are loud. Very loud.
They are, and they're good. I like fiddle music.
If it's played correctly, it's good. If you try and play it like you would a violin or something, it sounds really weird.
I'll be honest with you.
Honest, I don't know the difference. Is that what you're going to say?
No. When you say fiddle, I just get a vision of Brad Pitt in
Fight Club.
No, in the not Lock, Stock, but the other one. In what's it called?
Snatch.
The London
Lord of the
one.
Rings.
Yes, yeah, Snatch. Brad Pitt in Snatch, because
that's what I meant.
all them
Yeah.
gypsies, I'm allowed to say that, they're my people. It's our word, by the way. They all play fiddles.
That's what I meant. I meant Snatch. Yeah.
Yeah, and they fiddle the government as well. My people. That's not racist. Don't sue me or come to find me, because I know there's a big contingent around here.
The travellers aren't coming to find you, but the government sure as shit are right now.
Wow.
Your people.
No,
Fiddling the government. You just
Jesus,
said.
no. Oh, crap. Kind of got myself into trouble with both sides there, didn't I? Ah, fuck.
Pick your corner carefully, Aunt.
Oh, fuck. So, yeah, this has been the ML podcast. I'll see you all later.
Quick getaway.
Yeah, but I don't have many experiences of fiddle music, unless it's the fee-da-fi-da-fo-da-fi kind of Irish dancing, river dance.
I mean,
kind
if
of
you
shit.
listen to Norwegian folk music, you'll just hear fiddles.
I think we both know that's not going to happen.
Right.
I'm going to.
So rude.
You're the one that said in the beginning that you don't listen to fiddle music.
Because I've already had. Like, you have to when you're Norwegian and children. Child.
I guess for Kat, and it's probably exactly the same as you being forced to repeatedly listen to Eiffel 65, Blue, Dabba Dee Dabba Die, over and over and over.
Banger.
Britons can't get over that track, and it's like, no, it wasn't that good, okay? And I'm over it. I was over it probably the third time I played it. I don't need to hear it anymore. That's probably what Kat's like right now. I don't need to hear any more fiddle music. I've heard it for like 99% of my life. I'm done. I'm over it.
Fair point.
Give me some jazz.
Well, no, let's not go too far to the other side of the spectrum.
It's your funeral in New Orleans, just saying.
Look, when the jazz man comes, I'll jazz it real good, right? Yeah, fiddle music, yeah. Don't know anything about it. I may very well listen to some Norwegian folk music then later and just see if it can be played.
You can see.
Your wife's going to ask you if you're having a crisis. Just sitting in the corner listening to Norwegian fiddle music. Anne, are you okay?
What the hell are you listening to?
Somebody.
You've got to take sample every experience. No, in life that may have come out wrong, and I'm just listen to different genres of music. Don't stick to your own genre. That's all I'm saying. But she probably would ask me if I'm having a crisis, and I'd say yes. I live with you.
Wow.
Constant. Guess what's getting edited there?
You know what it is, right? Your wife probably listens to these podcasts and she knows exactly how to take you out and dispose of your body without getting caught. So
she's not that patient, really. She's not. She just.
Well, she lives with you. She must have some patience.
Wow.
Kat, am I wrong?
I mean, I'm.
Wow.
That's an agreement.
Silence speaks more than words ever could there, Kat.
I'm
Right,
trying
okay,
really
fine.
hard to not sing I'm blue. Okay.
Well.
I said they get stuck easily.
Yes. Indeed. We actually should have warned Atreya about this, to be honest with you. So what happens when you mention any song lyric to Kat, it will just get stuck in her head.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. That's literally the
she'll
worst
start
song ever to get stuck
singing
in
it.
your head.
No, that's fine. It's just.
It's not. Like, the last person that made me think of that song, I wanted to kill them. It's the worst song ever. It's a horrible song.
I mean, I'm from Norway, and we had the people that made What Does the Fox Say? So
I like that song. It's catchy.
I don't, because it was a song that made it out of Norway.
Oh,
It got
stuck in your
played
head,
to
right?
death in Norway
Yeah.
because we're like, see what we did. We made it out there. Other people are listening.
And people over here were just like, what is
This?
this?
Yeah.
Like, I am just totally confused and totally loving it. What does the fox say? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Is that changed to...
Yeah.
Good, okay.
And let's not forget Aha.
Oh yeah.
But
The singer in A1 too.
Singer in A1.
singer in
Isn't he Norwegian? One of the
boy
members in
band?
A1 is Norwegian. Yeah, the boy band.
who are A1?
They did like re-releases of ABBA songs. It was terrible. I loved them for a while.
Wasn't that Steps?
I mean, yeah, Steps did as well, but no, Steps were a boy-girl band. This was just a pure boy band. There was four of them.
Yeah.
I like the one that had brown hair and curtains. I can't remember his name.
The blonde one with like square face. That's the Norwegian.
Makes sense.
H.
No, you're thinking of Steps. Stop doing that. Steps is British.
It's A1.
It's A1. It's a totally different band, okay? Move with the times, Anne.
Yeah, sorry.
Get to know your boy bands, okay, before you podcast about true crime and legends and folklore, okay? Get your shit right.
Indeed, I bow my head in shame. I am so sorry that I got a boy band wrong.
How can you know Aha and not A1? That
I think it's
confused me.
because he's old. A1 was like 90s. It's like our generation, but Ant's like the Andrews sisters and the Ink Spots, that kind of thing. That's Ant's generation.
Right, bullshit. Right, look. A1 boy band. I can't spell boy. Oh my god. How can I not spell a
Just
three-letter
three
word?
letters, yeah.
It's
It's
not
not
boy.
hard.
1998. 1998? I was done with music by then.
Well, that's why you never heard of them then.
Yeah.
Make It Good. Here, there. Oh, that's the albums. Okay.
You know what it is? Tomorrow, right, he'll message us and he'll be a full-on fledged fan. He'll be like, oh, I love this track. It's amazing. I learned all the dance moves.
Oh, the proper. Oh god, the proper late 90s boy. But anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not got a fiddle in it though. We can't see.
No.
None of them had any talent, and they could barely
I
sing,
mean-
let alone play an instrument.
They certainly weren't trained by Jürgen Müller.
No. Or even H from Steps.
Fossegrim.
Well, yeah.
So you said, I'm intrigued now because you said there was conspiracy theories. Is it? What,
Oh, yeah.
What?
We have the Norwegian one. Because I mentioned Beethoven, and a lot of people thought he'd done it. But you also have a Norwegian that was kind of big in the 1800s. And they're Edvard Grieg.
Oh, I like him. He did Hall of the Mountain King, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wait.
Veldig Dovregubbensal. It isn't actually called what you guys call it. Which is annoying me.
I thought you were having out of body experience then, Kat. Sorry.
But am I thinking of the same tune though? Am I thinking of the same composition?
Yeah,
okay.
That is from a play
That's my
he did.
favourite.
Yeah, he did that.
The Peer Gynt Suite. I love that.
So he has a lot of conspiracies because of where he came from. It's a place where they had a lot of body of water, and there is a waterfall not that far away from where he grew up. So everyone was convinced that he had gone to the waterfall and done the thing with the Fossegrimmen, and then gotten all his talent from that. So even a Norwegian celebrity, people went, nah, no skill, he's cheating, no. So this was a very popular theory at the time. So we just didn't believe that a Norwegian could have the talent, kind of thing, which I find hilarious.
Yeah, even in the 1800s, people could not be happy for other people. It's just like, no, you've not got talent. You've made a deal with that imp behind that waterfall. You stole me lamb.
Do you not feel though that like, okay, so Norway might have gone, he's a fraud, fraud, faked it, and Britain just went, yeah, he might be, but I think we could make that the theme for Alton Towers, don't you? And they did.
No, you see, I don't think we told anyone, because like it is a secret kind of thing. Because I was trying to look into stories that gets translated into English and stuff, and I couldn't find any of them.
Oh. So
apparently the countries that have him are kind of like, we're not going to tell these English-speaking people that these people exist.
Do you know what though? I think you should write to Alton Towers and tell them, just FYI, your theme song guy got his talent from a dude playing a magical fiddle behind a waterfall, because I think they could make a ride out of that. A water park ride. I think honestly, you can make a lot of money by writing.
So you're telling me that the Border Patrol let the Fox song out of Norway, but it didn't let this information out of Norway? I mean, someone's messed up there, really, because surely it should be the other way round. Keep the song in your country and let the truth come out.
I think there's a weird thing there where we kind of like, okay, we'll protect our own, but like you're still cheating. Like, we're proud of you, but you're cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that tune as well. I really like it.
I mean, it is from a play.
Yeah, I like the whole suite.
But I still get to know that you call it In the Hall of the Mountain King, because it's called I Dovregubbensal, which means in...
That'd be why we call it the Hall of the Mountain King.
but it's a specific mountain, and it doesn't have king in the title. Which is what's annoying me, because I don't get the translation.
So what should the translation be in English?
Well, Dovre is a specific mountain in Norway. And Gubbe just means... Do you have a weird name other than, like, man that you use?
Gods.
That's for someone that's a bit old.
Lee.
Other than man?
Yeah, because we have...
somebody that's older.
Like, because it's like an older man. Like an old man. Would you switch the man word out with another one? Or do you just use man all the time?
No, we'd just be old man. So it would be like the mountain of the old man. Doesn't sound quite as fun, does it, as the Hall of the Mountain King?
No. Now, you aren't going to say old man, because that's not in the title, but it's the way I trying to figure out if you have another word to, like, say man than guy.
Hall of the Mountain
Geezer.
Geezer.
Geezer, a little bit way, a little
Geezer.
bit
You can...
in a mountain.
Yeah. Because it's...
Oh,
Because
okay.
gibbon
So,
is that kind of word. Which is why I find it so weird that you have translated
Did you
that
say
part
gibbon?
with king.
Like a
Gibbon.
monkey?
No, it's Gubben. Oh,
Gibbon.
that was weird to spell
so
in another
like the
language.
monkey, but spelt wrong. So it's geezer. So it's like the geezer in the mountain, and he comes
Yeah,
out like a white
Geezer
boy.
Mountain.
Like,
Geezer Mountain.
all right, boys.
Sounds like an end. It's not an Ed Fard Grease song. It's a
But
fucking
it is-
N-dub song, isn't it?
It's like...
Look at all my minerals. Yeah, boy.
Mountain Geezer.
But, like, it is that kind of word. And then it's just in the Dovre, which is the mountain name. So, in Dovre, Geezer's Hall would be the correct translation.
Oh, I'm never going to enjoy that track in the same way ever again. I'm always going to think that it's
But I just-
trolling me.
But that's the thing, because it's
But
trolls.
I know.
Like, the things in the mountain isn't a king.
Yeah. I remember that I used to get this, because my gran, right, because my gran's posh, you know. You wouldn't think it, but she is. She's dead posh. But she says fuck a lot. She's dead posh. And she used to get me and my sister these, you know when you used to get magazines when you were a kid and they always came with something and you collected them, you know, like you made a T-Rex or you collected a body with body parts and you learned how the anatomy worked and all that kind of shit. Well, she had one that was called Music Box and it always came with a classical CD, and every single time it was like a really well-known classical tune, and then they had a magazine that came with it that told a story that they would get like kids to try and remember the tune by having a story with pictures, and it was like a picture book, and that one was about trolls under the mountain, obviously, and that was my favourite one. It was number 2, by the way. If anybody wants to look it up, you can actually get them on the internet still for free, by the way. But yeah, no, it was about trolls, and it was, yeah, so I get that. I've digressed. Sorry, please continue.
It's fine. It's quite cool that they take, like, if it was accurate trolls. Because a lot of the time, English people do the ogre trolls. And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
not a troll.
Yeah, because trolls are huge, right? In Norwegian
And they
folklore.
have
Yeah,
tails.
like, yeah, they're cow
Why does
tails.
everything in Norwegian folklore have a fucking cow tail? Yes, you
Obsessed.
guys are obsessed.
Obsessed.
We were, like, it was the 1800s. We were a bit weird.
yeah, because it was just then that you were weird.
Yeah. I mean,
I know you 3 years, Kat. Just saying.
I mean, I'm a special case. Not everyone's like
I
me.
mean, they have other animals in Norway, though, right? Other than cows.
Yeah, we have horses.
It's
That's
just,
why
just
Yeah.
cows and horses. That makes so much sense now.
Cows, horses, and
I
the
mean-
fiddle. That's it.
sheep, goats,
Yeah.
bears, wolves,
Oh, no.
bobcats.
You're just showing off now.
Lynx.
With your decent
That's what we
animals.
call.
I mean, we have cows, aren't
You
and sheep and
asked.
goats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but wolves and bobcats, they're pretty cool.
Go to Dartmoor, dude.
I mean, you don't want to live around them. Like, these are wild.
I'd tame them.
Sure. I mean, you can try. I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh, wow, thanks. Thank you for that. I just out of apropos of nothing, I've just fucking lost it. Oh, you're kidding me. The Christian Ingelbrigtsen is the
Ingebrigt.
that's yeah him. He's the guy in A1. and he started out playing the fiddle at
No
6.
way.
So
Yeah. It's a common instrument.
Sounds like it's the only
yeah.
instrument there.
everyone-
I mean,
It's
in fairness,
it's a national instrument.
in fairness, he's called it the violin, but I'm pretty sure it was a fiddle, and he made a deal. So
You know, like how kids over here, like British kids, learn to play the recorder, and they just basically annoy the shit out of their parents for about 4 years solid, and all their neighbours. Is that like what happens in Norway, but it's just with a fiddle? Like kids playing terrible fiddle for like 4 years, and people are just like, why did I agree to these music lessons?
We usually learn flute, and I got lucky and learned guitar.
See, guitar's not so bad, but like flute could also be kind of the
that's
same annoying as recorder
Yeah.
if you can't do it right.
I mean, like Ron Burgundy jazz flute, that's just immense. Right, but recorder, what can you do with the recorder? It's got like 3 holes on it. It's
It
like
hasn't got
what's
3
this?
holes.
Amazing.
It's got like 7.
Give me a
But
kazoo.
everyone's always like, Frere
I've got-
Shaka, Frere Shaka. That's all you hear. And you just want to kill yourself, you know?
Yeah.
See, when I had music in school, we learned Beatles songs.
See, that would
Because
be
it's
cool.
the easiest to do.
The easiest to do.
That's
I love
just-
that. Like, our easiest to do is Frere Jacques. They're like,
Yeah, but on guitar, like Beatles only have like 2 and 3 different what do you call it? Grips
Yeah, keys. Yeah,
on the guitar.
yeah.
So you just need to learn like 2, and you can play a whole song.
They weren't very inventive. Overrated.
no, but that's
It's the
good,
same
though.
beat all the time.
That's like that's
Yeah.
you can listen to guitar even if you're only playing like 3 chords. You can listen to it and go, yeah, I can deal with this. But you know, listening to a bad flute, violin, or recorder makes you want to bash your own brains in with the said instrument.
I was in the brass band at school.
Ooh,
Really, what did you play?
what did you play?
I played the tenor horn.
The what?
The tenor horn.
Oh, the tenor horn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that I understand you two better than you two do now.
Yeah, Jesus.
I was like, I've never heard of a tenor
God.
ho. I don't think that's an instrument.
Tenor.
I think you're lying.
It's a panty liner, isn't it?
I legit thought you were going to say the triangle or something, you know.
Wow. No, I was
Were you good?
demoned on it.
Were you good?
I weren't
As you-
really. No,
'Cause
I was- how can you be good when you're 7 and you blowing into a thing?
Well,
it's like
I'm quite close to your mum, you know, so I could probably get the videos if there are any.
wait,
I
what
rate your
now?
mum.
Oh, okay. Because she's mad.
Well, she's not mad, okay?
she's
She's
on-
one of my
she's-
people, and how dare you speak about your
Tina,
mother like that
yeah.
in my presence?
Yeah.
She's one of my people. Leave her alone.
Mad as a box of frogs, yeah. One of your people. Anyway, yeah. I'm just gonna change my name
When he's
now
beaten
and
to death
move
with a fiddle, you know
because
who it was.
yeah, if my mum hears this, she's gonna kill me.
And she's going to ask for my number. We're going to have
She won't-
so
she won't.
many
She'll be like,
like dinner parties and like wine get-togethers just talking about like ghosts and stuff. Oh, come on. Give me your mum's phone number.
Do you know, right? Do you know what my mum says to me? Like, if anytime, like, if I don't contact her, because I can go like 2-3 weeks without getting in touch with her, and then I'll send her a text, and she'll go, "I knew you were gonna call me. I dreamt about me mum last night." Like, and what does that mean?
That's her
Every
signal.
time.
That's her signal to say that Aunt's going to text me or call me if she dreams about her mum. What kind of, I mean, come on, Aunt, keep up.
I mean, at least she's saying it by, like, no, I can't English.
No, I think what you're saying is
About
like,
herself.
yeah, she's
Like,
calling
I
me
have-
a lazy son, basically.
Maybe she's being
Yeah,
sarcastic.
but-
I knew you were going to call me because I fucking dreamed about it. Because you never fucking call me any other time. I've thought about that.
Just being passive aggressive.
You
Yeah.
call your mum like mad as
You-
a box of frogs, and actually she's just sarcastic and dry as shit, and she's actually quite brilliant. You just never pick up on that
She's
humour.
like, usually I never dream, but last night I had a dream. And it was about your grandma. Family, yeah, family.
See?
Even she can bother to contact me.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, yeah, maybe you should be proper
She's
passive
been
aggressive
trolling you
with
this whole
me.
time. Duh.
Wow.
See? Your mum's fucking brilliant. Give me her number now.
Oh, wow. I can't believe that. Jesus, that's a revelation.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow.
We do family get-togethers, me and Kat. Yep, we do family reconciliations.
Right. Fine. Fair enough. On that bombshell, I think. Unless you've got anything else to say about Jürgen and Nurgenen.
Nothing Fossegrimmen. No. I think I said everything. If not, it's forgotten. And if it's forgotten, I'm not remembering anytime soon.
That's kind of the definition of forgotten, but...
I mean, sometimes I remember straight after. But I think at this point it's just gone.
Yeah, never have I ever witnessed that, Cat. But I'm sure when you're alone, that happens, and there's no witnesses to it. I'm sure. Just saying.
Memory's bad. Don't make fun of it.
I never would, apart from then when I just did. So I apologise for that profusely.
I swear to God, Anne, if you're calling my wife, I'm gonna end you.
I tell you, I know, I'm not getting out of this safely, am I? Okay, on that bombshell, I probably won't ever see anyone ever again because...
You'll be killed by a fiddle.
Yeah, Treya knows how to make a body disappear, and Kat knows how to mutilate one because she's a Viking. So,
Yeah.
See? We're like
shit.
We're like monster hunters, Rathian and Rathalos. We're like the power couple.
Yeah, definitely power couple.
Awesome. So that's my week looking over my shoulder. Thank you so much, Kat. That has been quite interesting. How you, I'm pretty sure, like you're just trolling everyone with the fiddle story there, but it's very interesting. I like Norwegian folklore, Norse folklore. It's
No, that's not the same. Norse is a mythology. It has other
You already
creatures.
fucked up, Anne. Well done.
So massive edit coming
GG.
up.
You almost went the whole episode without.
Almost. You expected too much.
Almost.
Kat. It's never going to happen. It's never going to be the
Yeah.
whole episode.
Yeah.
Never.
So thanks for your time, Kat. It's been really informative.
Yes.
Don't
I
get
enjoyed it, and I'm actually gonna listen to some Norwegian fiddle music because I want to know what it's like.
Yeah, me too.
So I can say to Kat that I'm a massive fan, even though she'll go, really? Because I absolutely hate it. I've heard it all my life, and I can't stand it. Don't play anymore. Goddamn Norwegian folklore music, folk music.
I mean, as long as you don't play it in front of me, it's fine. You can listen to whatever.
I'm gonna make a Spotify playlist right now.
Right, I'm going to listen to some A1 and
You go for
see what all the kerfuffle is about. But yeah, thank you so much. And this has been the MO podcast with me, Conservation Sam,
I'm Mia Treya.
and our special guest, Kat.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Gonna leave that
I'm
in.
about to greet to them again. I'm like, hey, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, still here.
She hasn't quit yet.
Yeah, but thank you all for joining. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, it's all right. It's fine. Thank you all for joining, and we shall hopefully see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
The MO Podcast. The MO Podcast. The MO Podcast. The MO Podcast.